listen to me. listen.
I'm
Silver
trying to
is
help
doing
you.
so much better. I'm truly trying to help you. And now that we've got this structure that's formed and silver outpaced the S&P 500, it's actually blew through that technical level. I think we're in for a 10-year bull market in silver. Now, this is what's so exciting to me because I lived through the first 10-year time this happened. We are just starting at 54 rather than 450. So where does it take us? I've been talking for like a year that it's like, I think silver's probably going to be 120 to 140 by spring. Yeah, this makes that sound like the ultimate of conservative forecasts, right? Because if we start at 54 and the last time we had a 10x increase, that could bring it to the hundreds. I'm not saying that this is absolutely like this guarantee, right? But this is what happened before. We went from 450 to 48 in 10 years. Now we're starting at 54. Where does it take us next? I don't know, but when you've got the fundamentals that are placed into this low supply, high demand, industrial demand, electronic demand, AI chips, we didn't have any of that in 2001. AI chips weren't a thing.
Right.
Electric vehicles weren't a thing. Cryptocurrency mining wasn't a thing, but now it is.
Well, look at how many devices the average person had, back, in 2011, like the iPhone had just come out, now, most people have like an iPad, an iPhone, they've got a, Apple Watch, they got so many more electronics, the number of things people have to plug in each night. We just did a show on the grid and like the demand on it, is 5x per person. People are plugging in their cars, number of lights, number of TVs in their home. The electronic drain that's happening is as hockey sticked up.
Yeah.
And everything with an on-off switch it demands silver. There's no replacement.
It does. And so this is the bigger overarching, why, right? This is the why. Everybody has to have a why, and you have to find your why. You have to understand your why. That is the why. Now, what happened on Thanksgiving that caused this to actually occur on the Friday after Thanksgiving was one of the weirdest things that I've ever seen. So I wasn't watching the news on Thanksgiving. I was focused on family time, right? Mm-hmm. So what I didn't know on Thanksgiving that was happening behind the scenes is there was like the circuit breaker that occurred at the CME or COMEX, right? They halted trading on silver and copper. They like halted it. And so, and I wake up Friday morning, it's like, what? Silver just went from like upper 52s to like 58. That's like, what in the world? Silver literally went up like 11% in 48 hours. It's like, how is this happening? What did I miss yesterday when I was like watching football and sleeping because I ate too much turkey, right? So they halted trading, and halting trading on an exchange is not a completely abnormal thing. What's abnormal about this is it wasn't for minutes. A lot of times, why would you halt trading? Because there's too much price volatility, meaning the price of any underlying asset, whether it's a stock or bond or gold or silver or anything, moves more than 10% up or down in a 60-minute span. They'll usually halt trading for like 2 or 3 minutes.
Because they got to figure the price and what is it actually.
They've got to calm it down to avoid a run, right?
Okay.
Or it could be a technical glitch, right? It's like something happened, the database was broke. Well, they claimed this one was a technical glitch. It was a cooling issue, right? It's like a cooling issue, right? It's like, wait a second, it was Thanksgiving. How could your servers be overheating when the markets weren't even open?
Yeah.
Right? The banks weren't open. And so it's like something's really suspicious with all of this, right? And it wasn't that, okay, you're COMEX, right? You're the largest exchange in North America. In a world where there's no guarantees, I guarantee you they have more than one cooling system. It's like, okay, if the air conditioner breaks in the server room, you've got a backup. You have to, right? So are you telling me that the redundant system was broken as well? And somebody couldn't go, an electrical or mechanical engineer couldn't go and shut off the old one, turn on the new one, and get it back up in like a minute? They had it shut down for 10 hours. 10 hours. This wasn't, in my opinion, a cooling issue, right? This to me screams, we don't have enough silver for exchange for physical delivery. And there's somebody that wants a lot of silver. So rather than banks going into default because they couldn't deliver the physical silver that was being required, what do? Hey, yeah, let's blame it on a cooling and just shut it down for a while. Let's just shut it down, right? So that happened, whatever the cockamamie story was, right? To me, it was more a price volatility thing. They tried to save the banks. I don't think it was a cooling tower. But the fact of the matter is they shut it down for whatever reason, right? So then the next morning comes around, Friday, and silver's up like literally 11%, and it's up over 58. And then by Monday, everyone's saying, this has got to correct because this was a massive price increase, right? And it's like, it's got to come back down to normal levels. Came back down to the low 57s, like it came off $1 for like a day. And now as we record this, we're all the way up to like 58.60 again. It didn't really come down for less than 24 hours. There is so much oxygen in this market, and there's so much pent up energy of low supply and high demand. Couple that with what just happened with silver breaking through the broad-based stock market, all of this signals there is little supply. There is so little supply and so much demand that the banks would have to do what the banks need to do to avoid default, so they just shut it down for a little bit. And normally it's like they do that and they take the time to actually, okay, let's just initiate a bunch of liquidations, right, to get rid of some of these short positions that we have and drive the price down. It didn't work for more than like a day. Right now the prices are going back up. And this is where I think you've got the market dynamics that are pushing us towards a 10-year bull market in commodities, which silver, already being up 102% year to date, is going to be a monumental, legacy-changing, life-impacting move that everybody who's participating in this is going to be so incredibly happy.
Okay, so question for you. As you were talking about that 10-year bull run that started in 2000, did you say 2000 and it went to
2001?
And it went to 2011?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that 10-year time, and then you feeling like that's where we are now. Do you feel like this is going to be a 10-year period of time to see that major, because you're also talking about the spring, it going from 58 to maybe 120. So it seems like it's a much faster.
So this is going to be so much faster, because of everything we talked about. Back in 2001, we didn't have all the demand for silver. Now we have all this demand for everything that we need. I think we're going to see triple digits by late next spring.
Wow.
Right, but now the 10-year bull market in commodities, we'll lock in our profits in silver, roll them into gold, because I don't think the global financial picture gets fixed anytime soon. You've got massive amounts of debt. You've got the Japanese bond market that's imploding. The yen carry trade is over. And so then, what happens during the rest of this 10 years? I think the focus shifts from silver to gold, but silver and gold are very highly correlated and they're going to move together. But what we want to do is lock in the excessive outperforming growth in silver, stay in the metals complex, because this is the flight for quality. This is the inflationary hedge that we need in a time like this. And it's like, you're right. 10-year market that was created in 2001. This one is just going to be accelerated in silver. But I think the bull market in metals lasts a decade.
Yeah.
We just might not be in silver the whole time.
Flyover family, this is such a great time. If you go to flyovergold.com, fill out your information, get a free consultation, find out what are your options. They have such an amazing team. Everywhere we go, people always stop us and say, thank you so much for introducing me to Dr. Doctor and his team.
It was the number one conversation this weekend in California.
It was. That is exactly right. So you will be so glad that you did. Again, it's very simple. Go to flyovergold.com, fill out your information, or call 720-605-3900 to set up that free consultation. Do it today. Dr. Kirk, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Everyone is talking about this.
The one thing that's very important part of my portfolio all these years is gold.
As gold hit all-time highs already this year.
And get a free info kit on gold today.
It's called silver. Gold coin.
And though we are thrilled that everyone is talking about investing in precious metals, a lot of these 1-800 numbers will make you feel like just another transaction. That's why it's crucial to work with a person, not a faceless institution, when it comes to your finances. You deserve to be treated like family, not just another number. Dr. Kirk Elliott, who we've known for over 25 years, he doesn't just sell gold and silver. He offers trust, care, and a personal touch that an impersonal institution could never match. So when it comes to securing your financial future, don't just call a company, call a person. Call Dr. Kirk Elliott at 720-605-3900 or visit flyovergold.com to learn more.